Good morning, Blue Spring South Choirs. It's Mr. Bean.
And Miss Schulte, and this is your second to last ever one of these YouTube updates. Yay!
Woo, almost done. Hey, we've got a whole lot of information this week because we're wrapping it up and wrapping it up quickly, and I know you're happy about that. But first off, there is going to be no formal final for choirs. We want you this week to just finish some things up and get some things done and participate in the things that we're going to do this week. We're still going to finish up the bracket. I'm sorry that was such a pain last week. I have no idea why that was such a pain, but it was a huge pain for everybody. But hopefully it's gonna be better this week, and we're gonna get the final four and then the final two, and then have our winner. But thank you for those of you that are participating in that. Also, this week we are going to start auditions. So sophomores and juniors, I mean next year's juniors and seniors, you're going to audition this week. You will be singing Happy Birthday to yourself as beautifully as you can as your singing portion of that, and then we will have one sight reading. Don't forget that you've been auditioning every day in class, but we'll have a formal audition this week. So look for an email to your BSSHS account that has a time for you and an invitation. It'll have myself and Ms. Schulte and you on there. So please, 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 please try anything you can do to make that time. We're just doing 6-minute time slots, 10 people an hour, and we're going to hopefully just bang it out and get it done this week. Auditions for a cappella, chamber, and women's ensemble, and conversations about how many you can take. So hopefully you can take all three. That's what we want. Also, we are going to be sending out an outstanding vocal music student form for you to fill out and vote on the outstanding member of your class. So freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior gets to vote for a male and a female that is the outstanding vocal music student for the year, and that's people who exemplify what we try to do at Blue Spring South, and just their best intention to our program and the way they collaborate and help other people. So I hope you'll look at that and think about that very specifically, and vote on those, because we've got plaques for those people that we do every year at the end of the year. Also, we are also sending out a lettering form. Ms. Schulte and I have been tweaking the form and to reflect what we're going through now, because usually contest is a huge part of that. And so we've done some things a little differently and made less points so that you can have a chance to letter. But we want to give especially seniors a chance to letter, because we know it's a big deal. And some of you have lettered 3 years and are hoping for a 4th year lettering. And so we're going to give you a chance to fill that out by Friday and turn that in by Friday.
Awesome. And then freshmen, some of you may be thinking, oh my goodness, lettering SOS help. Do not fret. We're going to film a quick little tutorial for you guys, video-wise, explaining the lettering sheet so that hopefully Mr. Bean and I do not get, how many of you are there? 75 emails on Tuesday saying, does this count as singing the national anthem? So we'll do our best to explain that to you. Lettering is a big deal at Blue Spring South, but we're hopeful that perhaps a handful of freshmen will have that opportunity as well. Freshmen, you should also look for a survey in your teams starting this week regarding concert choir for next year. You will not be required to have a virtual audition, but you will be required to fill out an application of sorts for concert choir. Virtual Southern exposure. Wow, guys, you really have put in so much mind-blowing work for this. I have been sitting in my apartment working on it ad nauseum, and I could not be more in love with what we're making, guys. The acts are incredible. I've bragged on you. I've shown you to my friends, my colleagues. It's really some good stuff, and we're excited to share these things with you. Here's how that's going to work. Tomorrow, I'm going to share a graphic with you all that has the information, Southern exposure, date and time. Again, it is this Friday, the 15th at 7 p.m. We will be using YouTube Live to stream it together, and it'll be like a little watch party. So the features that we've set up allow you to watch it all together at the same time. It'll premiere at 7 p.m. and then we have a little chat box on the side, and you can be like, yeah, woo, go Mr. Bean, or whatever, to your friends and encourage them that way. It'll be less than an hour. It is free. It features many of your friends, many of whom are seniors. So we want to support those kids as much as we can with their sort of last hurrah in our program. So get excited for that, guys. It's going to be really cool. And that'll also show the senior slideshow in that. So get your pictures from Mr. Bean if you haven't. And ding, 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 yes. And the virtual choir as well will premiere that evening. So Friday, the 15th, 7 p.m. We will send out that link to the YouTube video. That's all. Back to you, Mr. Bean.
Hey, seniors, I have to have your pictures by Wednesday. And what I say every Southern Exposure is you don't want to be sitting there watching and have your mom watching and say, wait, you're not in that. It's a big deal to your parents, and it's a big deal to me too that you get in there. I've gotten about 15 of them, but there's 34 of you, and so I really, really, really want to feature every one of you. So get that in quickly. Also, we got to figure out this week because we got to do obligations, and we spent some time up at Blue Springs South figuring out which robes are there and which robes are not there and which everything. So there are a whole bunch of us because we had a concert that we were supposed to have like the day before this thing, or the day after this whole thing started. Back in the day. And so we had given out a cappella choir robes because of the concert that was supposed to happen. So there are a lot of you with a robe. And then chamber choir and women's ensemble, you've got 2 dresses. At chamber choir, you've got a full tux or a dress. And we're going to give you a chance to turn that in before all the obligations go out. And so the obligations are going to be going out next week, but we're going to give you on Friday from 1 to 3 o'clock. On Friday from 1 to 3 o'clock, you're going to have a chance to come up to Blue Springs South, and hopefully we're going to be able to come to the PAC entrance. Yay! The new PAC entrance, and you're gonna be able to drop it off, and you're gonna be able to wave at Miss Schulte and wave at Mr. Bean, and still social distance, but we're gonna be able to see you from 1 to 3 if you have a robe or if you have a tux or dress because we need all those dresses. Yes, women's ensemble, we need your old dress also. Sorry, but you can't keep it. And so that'll be this Friday from 1 to 3 o'clock. And please don't miss that, because if you miss that, then it's on our obligation list, and then it becomes this big deal where you have to do that on the week of the 18th. So it's going to be a great week. There's all kinds of things happening. Grades. One last thing. I know this one's long, but we've got a lot going on. There are some of us who still are really struggling to get some things done. You need to contact us because we don't want your grade to drop during this. It's silly for your grade to drop because of COVID. So we have all kinds of grace, and we want to help you, and we want to help you get the grade that you need, and we want to give you the grace that you need also. So those people that are communicating with us, man, it's so great to go, yes, I see that. It won't affect your grade. Do this for us. Or, hey, I know you didn't do that, so just send us this one thing and we'll be okay. But those of you who haven't communicated at all, we can't do that. And we are teachers, and we do have to have a standard. And so, but we want to help you. So would you please help us help you by communicating with us? And we'll do our best. Ms. Schulte and I will do our best to respond as quickly as we can and get all the grades in. We're still trying to get all this stuff done. Also, we know you are. But we want this to be a good thing, a good end of the year. We can make this a good end of the year this week. So love you guys. It's been great to see your faces, and we'll see you soon.
We will. Looking forward to it. Friday. It's a big day for us.
Bye guys.